There is a biological pain, physical pain. And that pain is registered in the mind, in the brain. And there is the fear that it might happen again tomorrow. And that brings sorrow also. There is loneliness, deep isolation, unrelated to everything in life, and this sense of complete withdrawal, complete sense of nothing to which the mind can be related. And that's a tremendous sorrow. I do not know if you have not known this. Most human beings do. Then there is the sorrow of death. The person you have lost and you left behind. The loneliness, the sudden cessation of that person whom you thought you loved, cared for, companionship, in whom you perhaps may have invested all your immortality. All that. There is sorrow there too. And there is the sorrow of all the people in the world who have been killed, so-called wars. Wars of religion, wars of nationality, wars of security, killing millions and millions for your own particular nation, for your own particular security. There is all that immense, untold sorrow. You understand all this? And we are responsible for all this. Not the Americans in Vietnam or the Arabs in Beirut. Human beings are responsible for this. But their primary demand is, please give me security. And the security takes the form of nationality, form of religious beliefs, which goes very, very, very deeply, and they hold on to that security, for which you are willing to kill and destroy. There is the security of national, and so on, so on, so on. All that has brought about thousands of years of sorrow, right? We are describing this. So please don't get emotional about it. Because this is what we have to face and understand. So there is this sorrow of man. Can it end? If it doesn't end, we are chained everlastingly to this misery. This suffering may be conscious or unconscious. So we have to look at the unconscious, deep down, the hidden, as well as the conscious. So we have to go back into the question of what is consciousness. Western world, through Freud and others, have divided the consciousness into the unconscious and the conscious. The unconscious is the racial, communal, heredity, tradition, memories, all that, motives. And the conscious is the highly sophisticated, educated, technical mind. So there is a division between the conscious and the unconscious. Right? That is your tradition again. It may not be at all that way. What has divided it? thought. Right? Unless we understand the deep meaning of the movement of thought, every movement it makes must be divisive. Right? So, in the deep layers of one's consciousness is there sorrow. Is there sorrow of 1,000 years of human suffering, stored, brought from the past to the present in a human being, deep down, in the very deep recesses of one's mind. We said that is part of the content of consciousness. You understand? Because that's the part makes the whole. So the part is consciousness. So there is in us the past suffering of man as well as the present suffering of man in consciousness. And can that thing end? If you see the importance that it must end, the importance, the essentiality of it, not accept it, not say, well, it has been going on for 1,000,000 years, what about it? Few more people suffering, few more people not suffering, what importance does it make? It makes tremendous importance. Because when a human being transforms himself totally, radically, then he affects the whole of consciousness of man. You understand? I'll show it to you. Your consciousness is affected by all the things of the past, isn't it? By Hitler, by Stalin, by all the tyrannies, by all the brutalities, all that is the past. The content of that consciousness is the human consciousness. You are affected as you are living in the Western world by Christianity. In the name of that Christianity is put together by priests, say all the rest of it, that's part of your consciousness. So, suffering is part of this consciousness. Whether hidden or one is aware of it. Now we are saying, can all that immense burden of loneliness, despair, isolation, withdrawal through various forms of hurts, building a resistance around oneself, all that come to an end. Not gradually, not over years, but end now. You understand my question? You understand what I'm saying? We are used to, and we have been trained, educated, it's our habit to say, well, I'll gradually do it. It'll take time, but I will do it. Geez, I am suffering now, gradually I'll end suffering. There is that vast gap between the ending and the beginning. And in that gap, various other forms of incidents and accidents take place. Therefore, there is always postponement of that. You're following all this? Therefore, one has to break down this tradition of eventuality. Eventually, I will come to that.